TES. We're moving to Introduction to TES, also in Kabbalah for the student. It's on page 315 in the book Kabbalah for the student. That's page 315 in Kabbalah for the student. You can find it on Kabbalah Info, and your library.
או עמוד 159 בספר קבלה למתחיל, הקדמה לתלמוד 10 הספירות. בריש מילים מצאתי לי צורך גדול לפוצץ מחיצת ברזל המצויה
At the outset of my words, I find a great need to break an iron wall that has been separating us from the wisdom of Kabbalah. Since the ruin of the temple to this generation, it lies heavily on us and arouses fear of being forgotten from Israel. Meaning, we had the wisdom of Kabbalah. For us, it was as a foundation, as the fulfillment of our lives. Throughout all the thousands of years, till the destruction of the temple, it was in Israel, till all Israel were fulfilled. The wisdom of Kabbalah was the law of the nation, the whole approach to life, the foundation, the need to live, the purpose of life, each and every action. For each and every action, we had the same wisdom that filled all our deficiencies and gave us all the answers. Because we were in the quality of bestowal. Therefore, this wisdom existed in us. The kelim withheld the wisdom. As the kelim have broken, the light has left from us, from our kelim, because it can't, kli that yearns for self-love cannot withhold a light which appears as love for the others. So the wisdom of Kabbalah became concealed, that upper light, the revelation of divinity, the revelation of love and bestowal, which dwelled on all the members of the nation, has left. But nonetheless, the sages, the Kabbalists, the members of the great Knesset, the educators of the nation, the greatest of the generation, throughout the generation they held this education, nevertheless, in some kind of a corporeal form. It has to be for connection, for love, and not for hatred. We used to also see this throughout the generations, how the nation was connected in their internality to a certain extent to one another. But he says that we achieve such a great ego, we're so far from destruction to such an extent that it is possible that the method of how to connect, how to be together, how to a certain extent to be tied to each other, it completely has left us. This means that the wisdom of Kabbalah can be completely forgotten from Israel. This wisdom is the wisdom of connection. There is no more to it. The very same way as there was one soul, one connection between all the parts. This is how this method of connecting together after the breakage, it each and every time needs a renewal, and we have to revive it and make sure that it will not be forgotten from Israel, because then Israel completely disappear from the map, completely disappear from the world. Because if there's no wisdom of Kabbalah, there's no need for the part called Israel that have to realize the wisdom of Kabbalah and bring it to all of humanity. Unfortunately, as a result of the breakage and the extensive exile amongst us, there are many who do not have any relation or understanding in the importance of the wisdom of Kabbalah, which is a method of connection for building the nation, a method for the correction of the method of the world. And as a result of the breakage, it is spoken against the wisdom and lack of understanding towards it. And there is need for many more changes and revelations, till even in Israel there will be discovered what is the destiny of that wisdom. Yes, please. Bala Sulam uses the words here to break the iron wall, because throughout history we have distanced ourselves so much from the wisdom of Kabbalah that it seems to us completely foreign, and there's no need for it. Like in the divine revelation, if you speak to the people, both secular and religious, and you'll ask them, are you lacking the revelation of divinity? I lack everything in life besides this. What I have to know. I was told what to do. Mitzvot, prayer, that's it. This is what a religious person will tell you. A secular person will say, I don't lack the revelation of divinity. I need to know what's the next number in the lottery in order to earn. This is a revelation. If you don't bring me these things by which I could make some kind of a trick and achieve money, knowledge, dominion, lust, yearning, knowledge, something, don't need anything then. If it's the revelation of divinity, bring me God. If not, then not. Meaning everyone is in a state that the revelation of divinity is not missing or lacking from this world. And now, the recent crisis is the first global crisis. It speaks a bit close to this, close to people. Why? Because eventually the Kli, the general Kli, by which we must be connected together, it actually points at the lack of divinity. It is a Kli that by its correction must reveal divinity. So at least now, the broken Kli is revealed for the revelation of divinity. So as a result, we start to demand divinity to a certain extent. How? We find out that without this, we'll not be able to succeed. We'll not have a future. There will come a blow of nature or a plague that's it, we're lost. The Kli, which is revealed, points at that there's no such regulator that could arrange our lives. It's starting to be understood more and more. Therefore, it helps. It somehow helps to advance the matter. But nonetheless, the iron wall still exists. The iron wall in understanding, at least. The wisdom of Kabbalah, specifically with respect to the wisdom of Kabbalah, it discovers this matter. And besides it, all sciences, religions, everything is an invention of man in this world as a result of the concealment of divinity. And the wisdom of Kabbalah comes to us from the revelation of divinity which once man was in. Therefore, in root, all the methods and beliefs, religions, science, their beliefs, methods, etc., they are opposite to the Kabbalah because they have grown from the concealment. And Kabbalah comes